What's up everyone, General Ether here and welcome to a new Apothicon Overlords video. Today we will be discussing the relatively recent news of a Modern Warfare 3 Zombies mode. For those of you who are unaware, yes, this year's Call of Duty will be a direct sequel to last year's Modern Warfare 2, a widely beloved game that is unanimously cherished by the community.
Stop the cap!
Okay, so maybe that's a bit of an exaggeration lie, but regardless, we're still getting it. Sadly. And along with it, we're getting a Zombies component once again developed by Treyarch. We have a lot to discuss, but before we do, remember to hit that like button if you enjoy, and consider subscribing for more zombie uploads. That said, let's dive into this, shall we? So if you're thinking Modern Warfare 3 Zombies will be Treyarch's next big successor to Cold War Zombies, take that thought, strangle it, burn it, leave its charred corpse in a ditch, and bury it under a stack of live dynamite. Then blow it up. No, my dear naive viewer, this is yet again going to be another experimental spin on this beloved Horde mode. From what little we know, this will be a second, bigger attempt at an Outbreak mode. Essentially an Outbreak 2.0 as described by Tom Henderson, who's a known credible leaker. Not much is known aside from that, and I am personally indifferent. I really enjoyed Outbreak in Cold War. Sure, it wasn't a masterpiece, nor did it compare to the amount of fun I would otherwise have playing a round-based mode, but undeniably laid a solid foundation that, with future improvements and additional content, could be something phenomenal. So I'm not at all upset that they're revisiting this undercooked formula. And just look at other open world modes in Infinity Ward games like DMZ or Warzone. Sure, Treyarch is the one making it, but if Infinity Ward is overseeing everything and having the final say over management, which so far has been a terrible idea, it's safe to assume at the very least we can expect a large sense of scale this time around, bigger than before. Outbreak had to fill in the DLC 2 slot in a round-based game, so Treyarch didn't have much time to refine it. Having it be the main focus throughout the entire season at least ensures it's going to be more lively with constant updates. There's seriously a lot of potential and I want to be excited. But I just can't. Here's why. Treyarch is being pulled away from their current game to primarily develop an experimental Outbreak-based Zombies mode on a Sledgehammer title. Does this set off any alarm bells for anybody? Because this sounds exactly like the situation with another recent Zombies entry that wasn't so well received. To be fair, there are two distinct differences. One, Treyarch has had at the very least several months to prepare to develop this mode, whereas with Vanguard, it was painfully clear they had zero time. They had to create all the major game mechanics along with Doran Fong at the same time they were working on Outbreak, Mao der Toten, and Forsaken. They were crunched to shit, and even that couldn't save the other train wreck that was Vanguard Zombies launch. If I'm being honest, the entire rest of the season. At least here, they have more time. And secondly, this is going to be an expansion on the Outbreak that came before, rather than a round-based hybrid that Vanguard was trying to be. However, even with all that, I'm still extremely apprehensive and a little disappointed. The community is in pieces right now. Black Ops 4 killed it, a significant amount of hope was restored with Cold War, then Vanguard shattered it. We need a comeback. A proper comeback. It's clear this mode's inclusion in Modern Warfare 3 is just Activision's way of desperately rekindling what little of their dying player base they have left, since Infinity Ward has stated multiple times they don't think zombies can work in a Modern Warfare setting. Another barely put together, recycled iteration of zombies isn't going to get anyone hyped or excited. It's just going to push further fatigue amongst players and drive even more away. Additionally, this is also going to steal dev time from the sequel to Cold War. You know, the game we actually care about and are actively anticipating. Unless, like DMZ, this is a free-to-play edition open to everyone, I doubt this will take off at all. I hope I'm wrong. There's also the matter of story implications, which is a whole other can of worms. Sledgehammer, Treyarch, and Infinity Ward have united their canons, bringing every Black Ops game, the Modern Warfare reboot, and World War II and Vanguard under the same continuity. Weirdly enough, this also includes the zombies, meaning all these campaigns and zombie iterations taking place in the Dark Ether storyline are all connected. This decision was most definitely made to avoid confusion and unify each game under the same roof to create one big complex universe. I like that idea when it comes to the campaigns, but zombies? Oh boy. This has created so many problems since it severely limits what Craig Houston and his team of writers are allowed to do. We can't have zombies crossing over the campaign, but since everything has to be connected, basically every major zombies event has to be canonically kept under wraps. What am I getting at here? Well, this new zombies mode is 100% going to be taking place in the Dark Ether timeline. But Cold War took place in the 80s. Modern Warfare is taking place in the 2020s. What the fuck is it going to be about? Unless there's a major time jump in the current story, which quite frankly wouldn't work since it would skip the Peck Stinger, Requiem's Fate, and Eddie's Project Janus, this game would be taking place after all of that has wrapped up, kind of giving away how all of it ends. Well, obviously not all of it, but we know the road isn't fucked, which removes literally all tension from the main story. Vanguard could get away with being set in a different time period since that was the past, but this is the future. How are they gonna make this work? I would not complain at all if this was completely disconnected from the Dark Ether canon, but again, I seriously doubt they'll take that route with how hard they've been working on establishing one singular timeline across every game and every mode. Craig Houston is an amazing writer, and I'm sure he'll make it work somehow, but man does this unnecessarily complicate things. In conclusion, I'm more scared than I am excited about this mode, something that's sadly become the norm when discussing a future Call of Duty project. There are just so many red flags, and this game has a serious chance of making things worse. But I'll still be optimistic. Treyarch is an immensely talented dev team, and they're the only ones keeping me attached to this franchise. When they're given time to cook, they can really cook. I can only hope Modern Warfare 3 Zombies doesn't disappoint. For future videos on further news, trailers, and the eventual release of this mode, be sure to subscribe for future Zombies content. Remember to like, comment your thoughts, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.